Hello there, fellow vampires of the Reject Nation. We're here to watch Vampire Lestat, Episode 4, The Devil's Road. All right, we had an amazing time with the last episode. That was an amazing episode. My favorite of the season so far. Will foretop it. Roxy, what are you looking forward to with this?
Man, the surprises. This show continues to surprise, and it always has really intense messaging that makes me think about it for hours, if not days after. So I'm looking forward to whatever it is that they feel like presenting today.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm looking forward to what's going to become of Daniel, because they teased the kind of a lot, and what another reunion moment with Louis and Lestat would look like post all this other stuff that's occurred, because they were not together this time. And I'm like, what is the narration of the Louis stuff? Is this all something Lestat's dictating? Is this something I'm just supposed to take on its own as like a reliable narration? You know, there's a lot of fun stuff there. Anyhow, before monologuing about that, let's just go.
All rockers sing about the road.
Whoa, it's upside down.
It's practically preordained. Secret turn the page.
On beat.
Phil X was a better guitarist than Richie Sambora. There, I said it so you don't have to.
Wow, hot take.
Cell phone footage of yours truly went viral as both irrefutable proof of the cloud gift and deepfake.
That makes sense. Deep fake, Chris.
I wonder if we're watching part of the doc
Shut in the
ever.
arm for your front man, distracted by your lingering muse and the sudden disappearance of the vampire Sophia.
Okay, so she was there.
Yeah.
I would later find out the
It was a
hits
fair
were
question, though.
predominantly bots, paid for out of the Talamasca discretionary fund.
Oh, no.
Nonetheless, I was in my grand brat phase, with more gigs in the rear view than the road ahead.
Oh, it made him way more famous now.
And our bus never stopped for gas.
That's why his band
We
members
ran
in
on
AA.
bots and abandonment.
Ran on bots and abandonment. Ain't that the truth?
Daniel does not seem to be doing well. Oh, my God, that is a lot of to wipe down a toilet. Oh, to eat. Oh, my God, Greg. Don't do that.
He's gonna have a numb mouth.
And entire...
Throat. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Oh, their faces.
Let me guess, 71 and a 65?
You want to tell me what's in that bowl right there?
Size, this is
Let's go.
This is actually powdered makeup.
Ah.
Delilah doesn't bark at makeup.
Put it on your face.
Why don't you take a seat?
Ooh, compel him? What are you going to do?
Take a seat.
Cool, it's working.
Delilah was right. It is cool. We are a rock band, and we need it to do our job properly.
All great rock bands do.
Firearm and your expansive interpretation of the Fourth Amendment to do your job. You do one of the most difficult jobs in our society.
What a waste.
You see humanity at its worst every shift you take. And I can only imagine how that affects your judgment in your home life.
It does.
It does.
This arrest would go poorly. The blood tests that you would administer on me would be weird.
Get the body cam.
And your precinct would be put in harm's way.
Liza
Liza
Minnelli.
Officer Galugale took a week off. A computer hard drive in a public library somewhere in the eastern seaboard, a manifesto waited patiently.
Oh, what?
We were on the Devil's Road now.
Oh, wow.
So popular. Lestat being liked. Okay.
Did you hear that, Armand?
Did you hear that, Armand?
This is the first time I kind of want to see him. I never want to see Armand.
On the Devil's Road, these liminal spaces have no name, for the occupants are not aware they need rest.
The girl has no
Is
name.
this where Louis went?
What can I get you? Hi, what can I get you? Menu? Coffee? Anything to drink?
Is that all different times?
Being in the same space with her was satisfying in a way the destruction of the vampire Bruce was not.
Wow.
He told himself he was in control. We all did that year.
It's crazy. They got two different actors.
Best thing to do with
I'll
our
do that
burger is let it
here.
cool till the grease is all soaked. Bread's all wet.
I'm getting to it.
Okay, well, chef gets all aggy when plates come back untouched.
Got a British accent.
Yeah. To show it's not, in fact, an alive Claudia. Despite many of our beliefs.
Bethnal Green? Hackney?
Piss off, Hackney!
It's cool they found a way to bring her back, though.
Homerton?
What do you know about East?
I got a place in Marylebone.
Oh, exactly. Posh f***. Get Hackney off the tube map, did you? You ever even step foot in Zone 2?
This guy's paying attention.
I think that's mine.
Get mine till I give it to you.
I wonder if also because they were worried about her aging.
My arse ain't on the menu, but it does cost a tip better. You can afford it.
Oh, no, you got me wrong.
You're gay. Burn my ass up, you're gay. You order burgers, you don't like burgers. You're a riddle, Thomas Pitt. Or just cheap rich.
They did point out that Thomas Pitt was Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt combined. And I was like, oh my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Lyrics?
I'm
Working on some.
glad that they discovered it wasn't a flirt mance immediately. Like,
From the verse?
No, from the chorus. Go from the.
Weird. And it's wild, man, but. Yeah.
Big boss!
brilliant song.
He is hungry and his name is Lestat. It'll rhyme better. I mean, it's all like
Lestat.
and gear and sharing a shit.
He is not enjoying it.
But it's brilliant.
Wait, really? You serious?
You don't
He
know
wants to
he's-
come back. Good, huh?
He's so great. The Schitt's Creek guy, Patrick. I'm waiting for him to do more because he's got chops.
Why don't you just use the mind gift?
Our telepathy takes energy, as you know. Dan and I save all mine for Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester.
Worcester.
Thank you.
Worcester.
No, that's not how you pronounce it.
Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Thank you.
Ridiculous.
Mass game strong.
Blazed by a Miquan Bar Harbor.
It's McMaw. McMac is the whole people.
Huh, thank you, Fareed.
We're good. We're good.
Offering up a distracting detail to avoid an answer.
Let's
I missed some of
talk
that.
about your mother, Gabriella.
Why let the past stay in the past? I welcome the dead.
You are the dead.
Let's see what failures we can pin on dear old mom.
Not much left to tell, I'm afraid. She took like Nikki did.
A great love, not your first love.
Oh, first love is the mom.
We left the theater to your maker and stole away by carriage. She stopped talking almost immediately.
Is that the implication?
Think so.
Who escaped the guillotine by fleeing to.
The Dutch Republic?
Which is known for.
Very little.
Was this right after murdering the family?
My mortal mother was vibrant. As a vampire, she was remote. She could not function.
By function, you mean what?
Good question, Daniel.
She would not hunt. She used the last of her energies to write me a note. Leave me in a clearing, leave me to the day. Always did what my mother asked.
Oh, that line's too true. Ugh.
Where were you when your daddy killed you on an airplane, Dan? On your way to see your daughters?
He's back. Being
Good.
controlled by Armand.
Yeah, but remember, also Lestat was putting out messages to him.
That is true.
Hey, singer.
You were missed.
The piece of shit brothers are back.
Huh.
Nice.
Something's really up with Daniel here. Watching people change personalities when they become a vampire is interesting.
It's Armand.
Yeah, because he feels his maker.
Hello, Daniel. It's me.
He thinks he hears him, but he's really there.
Hope one time he doesn't bull strike.
I can only imagine your anger.
Stop!
Oh my God, Armand, don't come in like that.
Turn around, walk in the opposite direction until you're halfway around the world. After that, f off.
Good on you for still having that when you know that Armand is more powerful.
I have been enduring intense conversation with myself, and as part of this journey, I wish to read you something I have written from the deepest regions of my soul.
Oh my God, AA.
Dear Daniel, of all things that walk the garden, it is you I have done the most harm to, and it is to you I owe amends.
Wait. Are you doing the steps?
I know when we first
Wait,
met.
wait. Stop. Let me try.
You got sober?
Sorry about the deadbeat, no child support vibe I've been giving off for the past 2 years.
Oh no, he's talking about what he did as a dad.
Oh, and one more thing. You're not going to get any of my special vamp skills because my blood sucks.
Oh.
And hey, a big time sorry about every second in your life in between. The 2 divorces,
Yup.
the blackout years at Night Ritter, the 5 trips to rehab.
Yeah.
It was my job to put you out of your misery. I'm just a 500-year-old.
Let's go, Daniel.
Oops. Pick up the tab, will you, Pops?
Ha ha ha.
Wow. For anyone under him, it's the first time I've seen someone stand up to him so aggressively.
You're like the 566th richest man in the world.
How's your bank account, Zone 2?
Ah.
I got a mixed set of holdings.
And I got a mixed set of punters, but you're the only one watching me like I'm Netflix.
You are. At some point, you're going to have to explain something, make something up.
If I'm bothering you,
Regina.
it's just you've been helping me.
Process.
What is it? I remind you of your sis.
Yeah, kind of.
Let's talk about that.
Or is it your year 3 teacher hanged herself at school and you found her with her legs all stiff?
In a million guesses, you would not guess. You're asking?
I'm asking.
This is fun to watch her like this.
I wonder if she's actually British.
Regina!
Yeah, the voice is spot on, so.
Seen it, I think. Horrible.
No, it's real. There's a girl in it.
Oh, you're telling her right now.
Yeah.
What happened to her?
Sorry.
Was it $500 tip or $5,000 tip? What are we about to see? Oh.
Well, now she's going to read that book now.
How many hearts do you hear in the dwelling?
What an overflow.
30.
32.
The procession makes it hard to keep the numbers.
32 odds and only 27 bodies.
Huh.
There's a card game upstairs.
3 more.
That's 30.
And 2 in the cellar.
In flagrante delicto.
What does that mean?
Something to light.
Lei è una fantasma, una giovane donna molti anni fa.
Un tuo amore.
Sulla mia stazione.
Dove lei ora?
Oh my God, don't do that to him.
Wow, she loves to.
Con Dio, camminando per I poveri campi della Francia.
Not a vecchia anymore.
Huh.
Not a marquisa.
Yeah, of course she was abused as well, but
not a woman.
not a mother. Yes, you are, though.
What then?
I'm a fever that comes in the night and kills by the morning.
You're a plague.
Still angry about a little trick I played him the other night, Andrew. It is Andrew, right?
Andrew Milliken, 4 body records.
I didn't trash a $50,000 car afterwards. Maybe you're still angry.
It was a gift, Dan, from one vampire to another. Do you want me to play dumb like your maker and pretend you're 2 steps ahead of me?
So what, this guy's like your sponsor? Not really using that word, you know?
Oh, speaking of that guy.
Armand.
Yeah.
I talk to him like every other night, and he's, this is gonna sound like a can of corn.
I like corn.
He's like a god.
Corn.
So what's his god's name?
Oh, no.
That I gotta keep.
The thought never crossed your mind, Dan?
No.
It's weird. He has it like it's liberation.
What was his reasoning again? Love?
You were 5,000 feet from Louis after you dropped him. That was love, right?
Ooh, don't bring that up.
Tell me, Andrew, why does the undead need empty?
Cut.
Flew here to Albany,
That's how she called.
saw the show. It's impossible. Saw the fans waiting outside.
Oh, looks like the guy from the restaurant.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Oh, God, Greg, the mixed emotions. Oh, God.
This is so bad.
Yeah.
This is so icky.
He's so upset.
I could hear you through the walls.
And?
Oh, my God, Greg.
And it annoyed me!
Yeah.
That's the only word he could conjure up in that time.
Your annoyance
Jealous.
carried you out of your room, through the courtyard, and into my room.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, Greg.
We were mother and son.
And?
Whoa, the waves.
He's confronting her right now.
I love you.
Oh, no. That's what you're going to say as he's trying to confront the situation.
Yeah, it looked like he was ready to attack, actually.
But then she says that, and he's, like, defenseless. Oh. I have a really hard time watching this, Greg.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I know that's the purpose. Oh, okay.
The early riser. I have been enduring intense conversation with myself. And as part of this journey, I wish to read you something.
Oh, my God.
Can I just read it? When I first encountered you in Paris, your dynamic personality overwhelmed me.
Naturally.
Knowing your maker's temperament, I should have led with patience and with empathy.
Instead, you use my lover as bait to draw me and my mother into your underground death orgy.
When you helped me rebuild the Paris Coven with your visionary conceit of a vampire theater whilst sharing your body and blood.
Shower playlist, I can.
I artlessly assumed companionship rooted in childhood conflict.
Oh, man. He's so smart.
Your exit from Paris and beyond generous endowment you left us graceful and sensitive.
Generous endowment.
First, I felt it was you torturing me.
It was.
Now I know it was richness of character.
No.
Nope.
It was torture. I knew it would eat you alive.
I love him so much.
I see you, and it suggests to me that time is over. Because you are a cloud, Armand.
You are a cloud.
Be who you are, but be it on the other side of the moon. Or yourself.
Oh.
3 pause.
I leave the pages here.
You think that's foreshadowing?
I kind of hope so.
You want me to stop playing music?
Yes.
I'm getting bored, as I do. You should come to one before it's over. I'm quite sexy.
Yes, you are.
Uh-oh.
I'm surprised he came back. She read the book.
She must have.
You're the one in the book.
I can help you. I can explain.
Yeah, Claudia. I look like her. This is a lot. Like, I gotta switch to breakfast.
I can't stay anyway.
Gotta switch to breakfast.
I've been here since 1:30. I've been here since 1:30. I just wanted to know you were okay. It's for the service.
Wow, it's a lot of money.
Get out!
Scared of him.
It's understandable.
I looked you up online. Found your OnlyFans. Criminal record. I can pay off your debts. I can get you to the park.
But put on a yellow dress and sit in your lap.
No, none of
Yeah,
that.
all of that.
Remember, gay.
I've got enough
Turn
shit
into a
in my
bat.
life. I do not need more.
Are there any readers in the audience tonight?
I mean, she could temporarily do that job, you know. Turn her whole life around.
Dubbed an irritating hoax, bound for flash in the pan status by Vanity Fair.
Insult Daniel's work in public.
We are the tribute band spawned by that literary mountaintop.
His hair is like Heidi.
I am actually the toxic. Any vampire truthers out there?
A lot of the crowd.
Can we get a torch? The maître of Paris.
No, dude.
The shapeshifter. The sophistica. The vampire. Armand.
Huh.
He did a brave thing for me once. And I have grown to respect Armand and his staunch defense of the 5 great laws.
Huh.
Armand told the that mantra.
We wrote a song for you. And it's the first time we are playing it.
I am so excited for this song.
Hey, big boss on the Champs-Élysées. Oh no, are you having a bad hair day? Are you mad or do you always look that way?
Damn, what's Armand gonna do? Oh no. Now it's a trio of people around Armand.
Going after the big boss. Armand must know Daniel's there.
Yeah, that's why the silence is drowning.
Stop it.
What?
You know what?
Oh my god.
Everyone gone. You hear, but you can't see them. It happens to me too.
What is that?
Our vampire bond, I think.
Why are you here?
You are courting great danger with Lestat.
Yeah.
Each a body a night, each turning one a week.
The great conversion.
The great conversion is happening, and he's going to lead it and get us all killed.
You knew everything the whole time, didn't you?
Fair question.
No, I swear.
But I don't trust you, Armand.
It was love.
I'm a vamp now. Loving Louis doesn't shut it off.
It wasn't my love for Louis,
Your love for Lestat?
but it was love.
I'm
For Daniel?
a little confused right now. Not gonna lie. Please clarify. Type away.
I think that's vague on purpose right now.
She only gave you a finger.
Because we also know something happens to Daniel. I think.
I just wanted you to hear this.
Oh,
Actually, you. Let's skip it. Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage.
Hey, friend.
True fanatic.
He can't die like this. He's a vampire. Wake up, people. They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Oh God, no,
is he
not
gonna
her.
turn her?
Is it a capability? I think it's a capability to save her, though.
Yeah, we heard there was 2 other attempts on this tour, right?
She called him once, but now she doesn't pick up any of his calls.
Narrow, fully rigged. I can almost see its cargo.
What
Fallopian
happened,
clipper.
blah, blah, blah.
Keeper, you should really light that lamp now.
About sending her on her way. Is this where they separated?
Keeper's not feeling well.
Roll back a single decade, we're living mortal lives.
The cabbage years.
Oh, this is why they say cabbage.
You put Armand's ghouls on stage. That was something, I guess, but it wasn't evil.
What then is?
An evil that answers goodness.
Evil that answers goodness. Fascinating perspective.
No light remains, no hope of light, and we, the devil's rule.
So does he want to fulfill the great conversion?
As dark monarchs intertwined for all eternity.
Dinner.
Wonder if he's feeling like if he goes through with some of this great conversion stuff, that'll bring back his mom to him.
I'm remembering that Louis had that wooden leg in the first episode. What happens to him? This music with this is interesting choice.
Very operatic cinema. It's very
Was that
cinematic
come
from a
in or
different
go
era.
home? Yeah.
Got loud with you. $1,000. That's a bus fare for you. What's not a bus fare?
100,000.
5 times that.
Whoa. It's mirroring the shots from that first episode of season 2.
What now, Daddy Lou?
Oh my God, yeah.
Not live symbiotically with humanity. They do not share in the daily struggle of human life.
Oh, it's the manifesto.
Are we not also their strength?
And she wasn't in the other one.
That's why she was asking all those questions. Couldn't picture their future. Oh no. Abandoned.
Like I used to cheer you up. Like I used to cheer you up.
An honest expression song.
Necklace. I fucking hate her. Oh God. What now, Greg?
These other vampires?
You called, I came.
I called you many times.
We're feeling pity for ourselves, are we?
I'm quite at peace, actually.
You abandoned me!
For a week!
For 9 days! And it did not feel like 9 days.
Grow up!
Grow up.
Where were you? And don't say you were dipping a toe in the Rio Pasqua.
Stop aging after trauma. It's just he's still like a little boy with her.
I was with the voices.
What voices?
The conversing voices.
Let's have a listen.
Why do you come back? Why won't you let me hate you?
You are the leader. This is what their coven was.
You've been reaching that. Your music speaks to them. They long for communion.
Yeah, she wants the uprising.
I sing songs, Mother.
8 wolves.
Oh no.
What words did she conjure up to turn me and that bus back around, you ask? I'll never do them justice. Difficult to explain how her words disarmed me, how efficiently succinct and impenetrable her argument was. You had to be there, I guess.
Give me that long dog death, feed the future machine.
Oh, he's embodying the role now.
9 days. 8 wolves. 9 days.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh.
Yeah.
Well, we have watched the Vampire Lestat 4.
Yeah.
Episode 4. My gosh, I'm losing count.
What was this episode called?
Devil's Road. I feel like that was very long. In a positive way.
Yeah.
I was immersed in that.
Yeah.
Swept up.
I mean, oof. Yeah.
What's on your mind?
It's just a lot. Like now that we're going back into it, it's like it's an interesting story that at times feels like torture, and that's the point. But watching somebody that we love so much that we never got to see how he became the way he was, watching what happened, it's just like it's heartbreaking and it's frustrating and it's alarming and I'm curious where the show goes from here, but yeah, it's just a lot. Where is your mind at?
Oh boy, the ending moments is more where it's at.
Like specifically with just watching the mom watch him do music, or with the.
Well, my take is that she really hates human society and has for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then when she was converted, she saw this as a way to potentially get her revenge on all of humanity. And now she's knows how to weaponize her own son, the performer, the voice, like the person behind the voice. The same way how Armand was like the director of a theater, but would use a front man. And so she's really pulling the strings again, and he's being used in a way he doesn't even, or maybe he is aware and complicit to a certain extent, you know?
Yeah, for the great conversion. I mean, I think that's what we're setting up for right now, right? Like she's a user and he's a front man, literally and figuratively, of a band and of the vampires, and she wants death to humans, and she knows the fame and notoriety and all of this band. Yeah.
Well, it's like every character here, there's so much talk about like what the present day is like, but they are so not over the past.
Yeah.
Like no one is. Like
because they haven't dealt with it.
No, it seems impossible to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would deal with it.
It's like when Louis says you wouldn't believe me if I told you. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and then for Louis to be doing this with that waitress girl, so eerie. So eerie. But I love the development of that. I like a character just kind of losing his marbles a little bit more each time.
Which person?
What Louis is doing with
No, but which one of them are you saying
Regina?
is losing their marbles? Her or him?
I think Louis is losing his marbles. I mean, Regina's going through with the act and the job and caught and also being like that's what I mean. Is like he's found her in a very desperate situation.
Yeah.
And he's using that, even though he's coming across like, I can help you. You know,
it's about helping himself.
It's about helping himself, and it is taking advantage of someone in a very like vulnerable space. She's an adult making her own choices. I understand that.
But to what end, too? Like, is this just Louis' forever plan to have somebody who can look and speak like Claudia in his life, but isn't Claudia? Like, and we just heard her rap sheet. She's clearly not Claudia.
No, yeah. Well, these people all live in like performance, and they would rather settle for that than contend with the reality of the pain. They just can't contend with the reality of their own pains.
Yeah, it's not just performance; it's Band-Aid. It's like for every injury that needs surgery, they smack a Band-Aid on and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And Louis tried to kill Bruce, didn't help. Now going after fake Claudia. What's her name? Regina. Gonna see if that helps. If not, like whatever it is, other than going to therapy. Men will do anything but go to therapy. Sorry. Vampires will do anything but go to vampire therapy. It's just watching them continue to cover up with drugs, alcohol, sex, road trips, music, art, like, and instead of change.
Yeah.
It's very, even though we're watching vampires, it's extremely human.
I love that the songs are becoming more clear. You know, I feel like since last episode, because at first they were kind of like, you have to really pay attention, and I needed the show to kind of tell me what some of these songs were about, honestly. I wasn't like picking up on a lot of the depth of them, but I feel like they become much easier to ascertain what the songs are actually about. They're becoming more upfront and direct with their lyrical breakdowns.
I agree, and it's extremely impressive that, you know, I've watched from all of the like Glees of the world, any kind of musical show, always Schmigadoon. I mean, I watch most of them. I love musicals, and I love music being incorporated in shows. And it's very difficult, and to watch Sam continue to put on show after show. Not only is he performing in these episodes, but he's literally putting on learning songs and performing them for the episodes. It's like, it's extremely impressive from a performance point of view and also from a writer's point of view, like who did they bring in to work on this music, which is not half-assed.
No, they're pretty good songs too.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. He's doing a hell of a performance in the performance.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It really is.
How you feeling about Armand? Your favorite character?
What's interesting is that you and I both from day one clocked him as a liar. The second we saw him, we were like, we don't trust you. And this season, it's a little more difficult to know what the angle is. He comes across so defeated and so empty that I'm having a hard time knowing whether this is all an act and he's still the liar, or whether, he's going through these steps because he genuinely doesn't want there to be a great conversion. And if so, why? And is it out of guilt? Is he doing the inner work? Like, I'm very curious about his character now. I don't know whether this is an actor thing or a character thing, but he looks different this season. He looks more, he looks thinner. He looks more exhausted. He looks more sad. I think it's a character thing where he just looks changed physically. And I wonder if really this show is consistently telling us, like, once you think you know somebody, it doesn't mean you know them. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know their side. And we've never had from Armand's perspective, even though I've hated him from day one. This show finds ways to make you realize, like, how you're feeling might not be totally accurate. So I don't know. How are you feeling about Armand?
Oh, I don't trust him at all.
You don't trust him at all?
No. He had an eye patch at the beginning of this season.
Yeah, he did.
Never forget the eye patch.
And don't forget Louis' one leg.
You can't forget Louis' one leg. And he shows up like he looks like homeless right now. But in the first episode, he showed up with an eye patch, done hair, looking rich, ready to buy some shit.
But in a war of Lestat's mom wanting the great conversion and Armand not, you still don't trust Armand in this scenario?
No, I feel
you think he's working.
I feel like he's always got to play.
Yeah, he does. He definitely has to play. I don't trust him that it's for virtuous reasons, but it seems like he's, for one reason or another, trying to do the right thing. I don't know.
So you're not on board for the great conversion?
So the great conversion seems to be less of a conversion and more of a massacre. I don't actually think they're trying to convert.
It's a bit genocidal.
Yeah, I don't think that there's much of a conversion process, especially because we've seen his mom already turned down. It's not like she wanted Lestat to turn people. She wanted Lestat to let Nikki die. She didn't want Lestat to turn Nikki. So, yeah, I would be kind of on board for a great conversion, but then they would all die because then there'd be no blood sources.
Well, I think she's also threatened by him having another love.
Oh, 100% that too. So you do think she wants to turn more vampires, not just kill humans?
Does she have any fledglings? I don't know if she does she?
I don't know. And we've learned some people are not capable of that.
I mean, yeah, she seems
stuff.
like she has like zero connection to humans at all.
Right.
Or like can develop that even. At least it's the vibe that's been given off with her.
Yeah.
She killed her own children and she's, sexually assaulting her son throughout centuries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I
and then abandoning him.
And abandoning him as a way to also like have control
Torture him,
over him. Yeah. So, yeah, she's just so emotionally disconnected that I feel like she'd be down for a massacre. But I think there's other people within there that would want more of like a vampiric society.
Like Lestat.
Yeah, I think that, I think we've seen a lot of the vampires, they all want, a lot of them at the end of the day do want some form of connection, and they're all like, most of them seem like they're hurt and sad and lonely.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd be down for a conversion.
If it includes me, listen, I would love to be a vampire.
If I could be accepted into the other side, I would be down. I don't want to just be a human who's like kept to be fed off of.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah, because some people have to do that.
At the end of the day, you'll need some humans and I'd be down to help capture those guys.
How are you finding the tone of this, now that we are 4 episodes deep, the tone of this season compared to last season? Like, obviously, there's the themes and the obvious things of rock and roll, sex, drugs, all of that.
I think it's like listening to an evolving band.
Yeah.
It's like listening to a band that starts off all fun, and then as the band keeps going, though, they start maturing. And I feel like we're seeing that with their songs in this. They're becoming more adult, more appreciative,
Totally.
and less. And so I kind of feel like this show is an album. I feel like this season. I feel like each season's kind of its own album.
And we do keep hearing A side, B side, even though that's from the what's it called, the failures. But that's traditionally from music albums, the A side and B side.
I could easily see this being my favorite season. If you want to know my honest thought, I could easily see kind of my not really much competition. I really can see this being my favorite season. I mean, how are you feeling about it though?
I feel you on that. I love every season of the show so far. I preferred season 2 to season 1 because it filled in a lot of blanks for us.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised with how many blanks season 3 is filling in for us because we switched POV. So I thought really we were going to be starting from scratch. I mean, you and I didn't even watch a trailer. There was a moment in time where I was like, is Louis going to be in this show?
Right.
And so, yeah, this season is making me question myself the most. Why are you laughing?
I wasn't expecting that.
Why?
Making me question myself the most.
Just because there's parts that I truly hate watching.
Yeah.
And, like we all have our triggers and we all have things that have gone on in our own families and we all have things that have gone on in our own lives. And typically when something bothers you so fucking much, it's because it's pushing a button that you don't like to have pushed. And so I'm struggling with this season. And while I think this is technically maybe the best season, I'm struggling to watch parts of it and determine what the lessons are in it. You know what I mean? Like the takeaways.
Because you're being clouded by the emotional triggers?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's challenging to watch some of this and try to figure out like, okay, this show teaches us about perspective and it teaches us about people hurting people and trauma and not dealing with those things. But sometimes there's moments where I'm like, what is the show hoping that I take away from this right now? And I think that, of course, in an evolving show like this, it's not really until the finale that they ever pull things fully full circle. So I'm curious to get there, and I really do love this season, but it is like perhaps my least favorite to watch.
Fascinating.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. To experience?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
I guess so. Like, even though I really do think it's probably the best.
Huh.
Because what they're doing on a performance, technical, musical, HMU, like everything, editing level.
Yeah.
Is so advanced and so beyond, and the stories, the adaptation. So it's like I can acknowledge that while also being like, some moments I genuinely like, fuck, can this like fast forward for a second?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Where like you're able to find kind of like
I don't have that problem.
yeah, you're able to find kind of like more joy, not joy like, oh, this is sick, but more like you're just like, ew, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm always very entertained.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like, Dad, it's a fucked up abuse, I'm still like very entertained by what's happening on screen.
Totally. Yeah. I think like because especially this channel has had me do a lot of horror stuff, and I love watching horror things. But usually they're like so. I know this is a vampire show, so it's out there. But usually the horror stuff is like so egregious and out there that I'm like, that never happened. And this is like kind of.
This is like a gothic character study.
Yeah, totally. So anyway,
it's not really like a horror show.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, but that's it for today.
Oh, boy.
Excited for you to experience whatever the fuck comes next then. Episode 5 incoming. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys soon. And thank you, patrons. Peace.